All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General SETI. Y'all already know what it is. We got that fire this evening. I know you've been waiting on it. We're going to be talking about why no black race could be indigenous to the United States, even the deep South. I know a lot of y'all tried to flee into the South, but we're going to run right in there and get you. We're coming to get you. You feel me? Make sure you get over there to Patreon, General SETI. We got that file over there. We got over 500 exclusive live streams. You know what it is. Off the chain. You can't have that many General SETI videos, no, it ain't off the chain. So you already know what it is. KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General SETI products, DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. We got something for you. Also, make sure you get over to SETI, General SETI exclusive memberships. We got exclusive videos for you when you join. And it's fire. You already know what it is. We take it up 2-3 notches for you. A lot of more visuals. Make sure you get this video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you will get banned. And I love it, Fab. You feel it? You feel me? Yeah, I see, we got a lot of people in an uproar, you see, because of the stance of scientific information that we dropped in here today. We even had some British niggas. Yeah, we even had a British nigga come in and say, SETI, you wrong. I say, nigga, you over there in the fog, nigga. You can barely get a goddamn UV through the goddamn fog, and you sitting over there talking about some indigenous. Nigga, if you don't go somewhere, nigga, and try to find sunlight, you see what I'm saying? If you can, and you drizzly, you understand? Nigga brought one of the most drizzly comments up there for the general. But, a lot of people went over the information yesterday. And people they're very much convinced, because you got to be a fool ass nigga. Nigga just don't want to believe shit. So they still want to believe they was here, but they was in the South, and so goddamn it, we went and did even more extensive research. Even more extensive research in the South of the United States in hot fucking cold. Even though it wasn't glacial, meaning that the glaciers wasn't down there. You see what I'm saying? It was extremely fucking cold down there. And see what people, and they know what I'm saying. We're not saying that a nigga can't live there. If you want to live there, put your coat on, nigga. Go on right on in there. Put your boots on. Get your mammoth coat. Get your buffalo boots and shit. Get your ass on out there. Get you a mammoth tent. They make the tents out of mammoth and shit, mammoth skin and fur, and get your ass on out there. But that's how you gonna survive. You nigga, they act like they out there with tank tops on and shit. You ain't out there with no tank top on, nigga. You trying to survive. The animals is trying to survive. And so we went over that. And so we have to we have to go over the information and make sure and clarify any mistake. I seen one motherfucker say, well, I said the last ice age. Well, goddamn it, the ice age lasted for 2.5 million years. They just got different names. After they get past a million years, they name it something else. So it's motherfucking ice age. So when I put the 100,000, 115,000 to 11,700, he's saying that was the last ice age. There wasn't no motherfucking body on here, no 115,000. If they wasn't in civilization. You couldn't prove it. So you motherfuckers, so we got to stop the bullshit. But I love it. You see, you understand? Like Pop say, I love it. How I got you niggas crazy. You see what I'm saying? Niggas is running and niggas slobbing at the mouth and shit, and listen, you grow up. You understand? Get your composure. Get your fucking composure. Let me get in my comments in case I had to respond to you. Yeah. Yeah, we got Ray in the house. Yeah, we got Ray in the house. You understand what I'm saying? The Hammer. I'm gonna start calling Ray the Hammer. That's your new nickname from the general, nigga. You the Hammer. You feel? ah, that's Ray new nickname, nigga. When I say Hammer, get a motherfucker. I ain't talking about MC Hammer, nigga. I'm talking about a sludge hammer. You know what I'm saying? You already know, right? We going into battle. You feel what I'm saying? Have little to no mercy on these niggas. You know, cause hammer time. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I like. You feel me? I need to have that shit in my goddamn mixer and shit. Hammer time. You see what I'm saying? Then you say, don't do it. And you see a nigga just disappear off the goddamn. I wish we could have a motherfucker. Man, I know they gonna have. I need to have one of them with buttons and shit where you delete a motherfucker. You can see like little flames come up. You see little flames come up on the motherfucking screen where a motherfucker just burn up and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get down to business and shit. Let me get straight to where I need to be at. So when we talking about, we went over some facts yesterday. We went over some facts of how cold it get. You understand? How cold it was during the Ice Age. Let me get my. I know I had another one up here. Where's the other one at? There you go. There you go, right there. You see, and so now let's talk about how long did the Ice Age last in North America. So we just got to go on it. The Ice Age in North America didn't just last a few thousand years. Okay, it lasted hundreds of thousands of years, depending on what part you're talking about. So again, when we talking about, this is the warmest that has ever been, 2025, since been on the planet, guys. So, well, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say since we've been on the planet, because they saying that this ice age lasted for 2.5 million motherfucking years. Okay, up into damn near 11,700 years ago. Okay, and the geologists got ways of proving that shit. The Great Lakes region and shit, it was glaciers there. That's what drug that goddamn, that dirt up out of there, all that gravel and shit up out of there, and the glaciers melt, and that's where you get the Great Lakes. Then that's why they freshwater lakes. You got to understand that it did a lot of damage on on the United States and shit. Drug a lot of that topsoil off of that shit. And so you know, up in them upper regions and shit, you ain't got real good land to grow. But we're gonna deal with this. The last ice age, which is the most recent one, scientists call it the last glacial period. Okay, about 100,000 years long, roughly from 115,000 years ago up into around 11,700 years ago. You see, up into around 11,700 years ago. This is the period when huge ice sheets covered all of Canada, the northern United States, parts of the Midwest and Northeast. Now, right there, just using your common sense. You feel me? Just using your common sense. Motherfucker know how cold it is right now. You see, you can get one of them goddamn, what they call them, and we're going to get to that. It's like a vortex, an Arctic vortex. They call them, one of them, the Alberta Clipper. And it's a wind that blow down out of motherfucking Canada, and that motherfucker go all the way to Texas. And they saying, God damn it, that's right now. And it'll put that bitch on shutdown. It'll freeze northern Texas, even to the central Texas. You see, will be under frost advisory. It will be below motherfucking freezing, below 32 degrees. It'll be below freezing. You see what I'm saying? And so they saying, God damn it, during the ice age, you talking about, man, you motherfucking cold was You understand? Damn near 30, 30 to 40 degrees colder. 30 to 40 fucking degrees, and the winters lasted longer. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to get into the South and understand, yeah, the glaciers wasn't in the South of the United States, but it was still cold than a motherfucker. Far below we talking about from conception. There is no black race from conception. You see what I'm saying? That originated on this motherfucking soil, because this is the hottest that has ever been. If you go back damn near 2.5 from 2025, if you go back until 2.5 million years ago, this bitch was cold. And it's still cold, so it ain't hard to believe. It's not hard to fucking believe. Okay? So, the science is real. Okay? So the ice started melting somewhere around 20,000 years ago. And if people people say, well, where did you motherfucker look this shit up on Google? Just put the fucking question in that I say put in, and it'll fucking come up. The fuck is you talking about, man? This shit, I mean, you could put that shit in, you put it in. But you was mad than a motherfucker when you read what the fuck it said. And so, nigga, you fled from the truth. When the ice melted back in North America, okay, it started a slow melt around 20,000 years ago. Still ice, but it started to melt around 20,000 years ago. 14,000 years ago, major melting happened. You see? By 11,700 years ago, the ice age officially ended. This is after this date, we enter what they call the Holocene, the warm period that we are living in. So that's it. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to go back before 11,700 years. Don't try to do that. Yeah, there's some people over here, but they are motherfucking, you understand? These is motherfucking ice people. These is people that's living. I cannot believe that a black man or a black woman who come from the tropics, from conception, would be forced to live in the fucking cold. The people that was living in that motherfucking cold always been living in that cold. You understand what I'm saying? Black people was in the tropical regions. That just makes sense to me. Y'all niggas would deny reality and make a motherfucker look like a total buffoon to live in some shit like that when you know that you got tropical regions in the South. Them motherfuckers didn't even know where the fuck they was. Half of them motherfuckers in that ice didn't even know where the fuck they was. They didn't even know where, because if they did, they would have brought their motherfucking ass south. They wouldn't have stayed up there in that goddamn ice age. Make that motherfucking make sense. How many niggas go outside and you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm from motherfucking Michigan, nigga. Straight up. That's one of the motherfuckers was under the ice. It get fucking brutal, nigga. Straight the fuck up. Soon as a nigga step out in the cold, the first thing a nigga thinking about, when he gonna get back in the house. That's it. The motherfucker going to the stove, motherfucker go to the car, motherfucker hurrying up, trying to start that bitch up, get that motherfucking heat cranking. You see what I'm saying? And the one thing about being in cold, nigga, you is not thinking about no type of knowledge, no type of geometry, no architecture, or none of that shit. The only thing a nigga think about in the cold is getting his ass in the heat. In the summertime, you will see a motherfucker, it might be at the bus stop doing their homework. But in the motherfucking wintertime, you ain't gonna see a motherfucker trying to do nothing but motherfucking bundle up and try to stay fucking warm. You do not think about knowledge unless it's pertaining to survival and shit. That's it. It ain't gonna be no advancement in no tech. Ain't no niggas gonna be writing no books. Ain't no motherfucker gonna be talking about no alphabet. Motherfucker gonna be talking about heat and food. That's it. And defense. How I'm gonna keep these goddamn polar bears from eating my motherfucking ass to get my meat. You see what I'm saying? That's all the fuck they gonna be thinking about. So we make this shit clear. After 11,700 years, from that point to damn near 2.5 million years, are variations of certain type of ice ages. They got different names, but it was an ice age. Okay, it was a motherfucking ice age. Okay, so just to make that clear, and so some motherfuckers think they got a window after 11,000 or 115,000 years, even though they can't prove no motherfucking man was on this motherfucker. And it could very well could be, but that don't, you can't prove it. Proof is proof, motherfucker. That's just what it is. Proof is motherfucking proof, and it's not you finding a bone and writing your own motherfucking story. If a motherfucker left a pyramid, 11,000, had a calendar system and all of that shit, and you can go from, you just see damn near 10,000 goddamn pyramids, and they got dating system, that's evidence. You understand? The shit is standing on the ground. Somebody put it there. They got calendar systems and shit that show, you understand how many years it took to build a pyramid. You got about 10,000 of these motherfuckers. You've been on the planet, goddamn it, 200,000 years. You don't have that. You don't have that. You just, all your shit is hypotheses and fucking fairy tales and motherfucking fables and shit. I don't want to hear nothing about Lemuria, no motherfucking Atlantis, and none of that shit. That's fairy tales for people that cannot accept the fact that the black man and woman, the African man and woman, is the primordial man on the planet. Just real talk. I know you can't deal with it, but that's your motherfucking problem. Ain't nothing I could do about that. You see, so North America has experienced, listen, multiple ice ages over millions of years, but the most recent one, listen, the one humans lived through. See, that's very clear. The one that humans live through, so that so don't try to go past the last glacial period. That's the only one that man lived through. So this, after 11,700 years, is the only time where you had heat like it is, and even from that point, it was still colder than what it is today. You see what I'm saying? It was still colder than what it is today. So let that be known. So the most recent one that human lived through lasted about 100,000 years. So the simple answer, the last ice age in North America lasted 100,000 years and ended around 11,700 years. Okay, now let's this because motherfuckers, since I said that, okay, the southern regions did not have the glacial, the ice and shit on it. Let's deal with what was the temperature, because the hottest states during that time, you understand, was Arizona, Texas, and Florida. Those were the hottest three states during that time. So we want to see what was the temperature of the hottest states, and we're gonna look at how long the fucking winters was, because they was longer. So you is, man, listen, y'all motherfuckers is in trouble. I have never, this is like, man, really, this is fucking dagger material. This shit right here is, and you know what, nigga, only thing niggas could do is deny it. You ain't gonna have no facts, because you're gonna have to come up with some shit like Lemuria or some motherfucking shit like Atlantis. You're not gonna have no concrete, because if it was concrete evidence, they would have presented this shit already. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be all jargon. It's not gonna be, here it is. Just like when you go to Egypt, you ain't got to know the language, but the goddamn architecture is there. It speak for it motherfucking self. It do not need you to explain it, because a motherfucker, when he see it, it speak for itself. If a nigga got to talk how, you know, this is what was here, and you know, and it's all about dialogue. You got to preach me into believing what you're talking about. You got to talk to me all day about what was here, and you doing too much motherfucking talking. That shit not real. That's not real. The evidence should speak for itself, and you don't have that. So that's the dilemma y'all in. So how long did winters last? And we're going to get to the temperatures. Matter of fact, let's deal with how long the winters was in the southern region. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna deal with this. This is in the southern region. Let me look out there. I ain't gonna look too much because I want to teach. How we doing out there? Okay, okay, we in the house. Oh man, I come in here and this weak nigga come in here talking shit. Nigga, if I'm in the corner, nigga, back me in the motherfucking corner. Back me in the corner, then ain't no way you gonna be no what's that nigga name? Shit done got past me. Men2 Hotel. This nigga Men2, man, get your bitch ass up out of here. Talking about back me. I like to fight in the corner, nigga. I'm in the corner. Come, leave me in there. Come in the corner and get me, nigga. Don't say you done back, nigga. Back me in the motherfucker then. Bring the fucking noise. That's all I want. Bring the noise, nigga. Shit, that's what I'm about. We talking facts. We not being emotional. See, that's what I'm talking about. If a motherfucker just had the facts, they would just spit the fact. Don't say you back me, motherfucker. Get me then. Get me. I want motherfuckers to get me. We talking scientific facts. If you went to university, this is what you would be taught. You see, now this is not evolution. This is geology. And so there's evidence, nigga, of how you can motherfucker tell when some shit has been froze and, you know, when because they've been studying that shit in Antarctica and black people been doing it too. So this doesn't require motherfucker to lie. You see what I'm saying? Because it's still getting cold up in this bitch anyway. So that's fraudulent, nigga. You see? So let's get back over here. I'm not going to come back. If I'm in the corner, motherfucker, get me. Anybody that back me in the corner, back me in this motherfucker and see what I fight my best when I'm in the corner. Come in the corner and get me, goddammit. Okay, so how long did winters last in the southern United States during the Ice Age? Okay, so winters were significantly longer than today. So roughly 5 to 7 months of the cold condition of cold conditions each year. Now just imagine that 7-year fucking winter, a 7-month winter. You see what I'm saying? Brutal motherfucker, brutal cold. And then the other 5 months is just cold. But the fucking you got 7 months brutal fucking cold. This is in the South. This ain't in the North because the North is already froze the fuck over. So so the South was not under ice, but the climate was much cooler. The ice sheets covered the northern United States, but cold Arctic air masses dominated the South much more often and for longer periods. Okay, this created extended cold seasons similar to what modern Canada or northern United States experience today. So what they're saying is just like it's you get cold in Canada, you look up in Canada, that's how it was in the South. You could get a Canada or a Michigan winter and that's cold than a motherfucker. That's a brutal cold, nigga. I'm just gonna tell you, Michigan is brutal, nigga. Straight the fuck up. It could, man, listen. I didn't seen it drop down, nigga, below 0. You feel what the fuck I'm saying? Below 0 shit. 10, 5. You see what I'm saying? It could get really fucked up. And don't let it snow on top of that. Okay? Don't let it fucking snow on top of that. Okay? So, now, temperature. Now, we're going to deal with this so we could get an example of what it was like. And why am I saying this? Now listen to me so I can explain myself. That don't mean you can't live here. If you want to live, you can live, but you're going to have to deal with the motherfucking temperature. You're going to have to deal with the terrain. You're going to have to deal with that. And the reason why I brought this out, because again, when we get to say, listen to me when I explain myself, okay? And then I let people explain themselves. When they use the term indigenous, you see what I'm saying? Or they use the term, I understand people use the term today for people that are born on a land, people that, may have been first in the land. And why I had to negate that for this particular lesson? because what I'm trying to prove is that the genetics of Black people were not created in this type of environment upon conception. Upon motherfucking conception. This is science. And you know what? I've already learned, even in debate, when motherfuckers cannot come up with an answer, they put it on you. You being divisive. You see, why you? No, the fact is, I am having a intellectual discourse with you. I'm presenting facts that is obviously international facts. You ain't got to agree with it. Prove it wrong. You see, prove the shit wrong. Okay, it's cold right now. How the fuck is you? I mean, what the fuck is you talking about? I wait till the first motherfucking freeze of Texas. I went and looked Texas up last year and seen how many motherfucking days that it dropped below a freezing in Texas. But I believe it was in northern Texas, mid Texas. Man, Texas had damn near 30 days last year below 32. What the fuck is y'all talking about? In Texas in 2024 had 30 fucking days below 32. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? So this shit is not hard for a motherfucker to believe at all. You busted. The gig is up. You could have been here. Yeah, you could have been here. I don't know what would make a motherfucker leave the tropics and come and live in the ice. That was motherfuckers who was fucking coming from some other, because the only logical place that the first people in the Americas came from was Africa. And we're going to talk about that because on the other side of fucking North America, Asia was in the fucking ice age too. So you talking about both land masses, and you know Siberia, and Siberia is like another fucking continent. You see? Siberia is like a whole nother fucking continent. You could split Russia in half. It's like two fucking continents. You got half of Russia, which is Siberia, and you know, beyond the Ural Mountains, and then you got the other part of Russia that is closer to the European states. You know, Moscow and all of that is closer to Europe, and then you got the far east over there in Siberia. That's a whole fucking another continent damn near. And all of that shit was under ice. So ain't no motherfucking niggas came through no damn Asia. Cause that's 2.5 million years that shit was under ice too. So ain't no niggas came through there, period. They had to been a goddamn fool to do some shit. Why would a nigga leave any part of the tropical regions and go north to live in ice? Those were people that was already up there. Black people was in the South, have always been in the motherfucking South. And that's why when you look at most of the ancient civilizations are in the tropical zone. You can look at it for your motherfucking self, whether it be Egypt, whether it be Nubia, whether it be Angkor Wat, whether it be India, whether it be Mesopotamia, whether it be even the Olmecs is in the tropical. Okay, so majority, if not, in the civilizations are very close side of the tropical regions, like the Rome, the Greece, and shit like that, right on the outside. You find no motherfucking serious megalithic structures up in Siberia, up in Canada, up in northern fucking up in fucking northern Europe. You do not find it. Okay, so we're just gonna be real about this. Let's get back to the temperatures of South United States. Okay, so Texas. Let's deal with Texas. We're gonna deal with central and southern. This is in the wintertime. Now I want y'all to hear me out. This is crazy. Texas, central and southern, winter average 20 to 35 degrees. Did you hear that? That's below freezing. That's in Texas. 20 to 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold snaps could go below 20 degrees. Boy, I tell you, man, See, this is damaging. This is very damaging. Let's keep going. Louisiana, Mississippi, because I heard, I seen comments and they tried to throw, okay, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, winter average 30 to 40 degrees. Okay, 30 to 40 degrees. Overnight frost was common. It dropped below freezing. You see what I'm saying? Florida, winter average 45 to 55. Okay, freezing nights in northern Florida. You see what I'm saying? Central South Florida stayed above freezing. Okay, but it was still cold in a motherfucker. So that right there is, and this is for the winter aspect of the year. Now this shit went on for over 115, but it was going on before that. But we only gonna deal with this glacial period. We're not gonna go beyond that because this is the one that man lived through. So it's unnecessary to go to anyone before that. Okay, yeah. So summary, how long did winters last? 7 to 5 months of cold, extended winters in the southern United States, climate character, colder, drier winters, frequent Arctic air invasions, more frost and freezing days, still had mild seasons, not a frozen wasteland. Okay, not a frozen, but still freezing. Okay, still freezing. Okay, so now, what is this? Hold on just a second, family. Hold on. All right. Right. So I got this was another one that a longer winter season during the Ice Age. Texas, the Gulf Coast, and Florida had winter-like weather that lasted months longer than modern winters. Instead of 2 to 3 month winters like today, they likely had 5 to 7 months of cool to cold temperatures. Okay, so let me get down here, man. We went over that. I think I did. I went over that. General climate of the South during the Ice Age. Okay, yeah, we did that. We did that. Texas, regular snow in Central and North Texas. Panhandle was like modern day Wyoming. South Texas still had freezing. Southern Texas, I mean, how more south than you can get? Southern Texas still had freezing nights. Cold, windy plains with dry grassland. North Texas, listen to it, winter estimate. North Texas, 10 to 25 degrees. South Texas, 25 to 40 degrees. Now, I even went deeper because I know, you know what? I know, wait a minute, what'd that say right there? Florida. Let me get Florida in here. You understand? Because I'm going to run a nigga because that motherfuckers think, oh, just because. No, it was cold in the motherfucker. It was like fucking the North today. You understand? Michigan, Canada, that's how it would have been in the South. Just exactly. So, you see, so Florida was not tropical like today during the Ice Age. Northern Florida had freezing temperatures, frost, and even light snow occurred. Central Florida, cold, savanna-like. South Florida, cool, dry grassland, no palm jungles. Winter estimate, North Florida, 28 to 40 degrees. Drop below freezing. You wouldn't believe it's freezing. Central Florida, 50 degrees to 35 degrees. It's cold. Okay, South Florida, 45 to 55 degrees. And that's critical. And I want y'all to understand that. You feel me? Now I want y'all to understand. Let me come down because it's something else that, okay. What is this? This is Arizona. That's a motherfucking goddamn desert over there. Arizona and New Mexico, cold to high desert climate, much more snow in northern Arizona and New Mexico. Southern region still much colder than today. Winter estimate that North Arizona, North New Mexico was 0 to 20 fucking degrees. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Southern Arizona, New Mexico, 25 to 40 degrees. Whoa, that month when I seen that 20 to 0, that shit like, man, that just, whoo, made me want to put my motherfucking coat on in the house. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to do this because I know motherfuckers tried to flee into the South. There's no way you could flee. You're going to have to deal with 11,700 years. You see what I'm saying? You know, and you ain't going to tell me there's no way that a black people could evolve because our mechanism, our phenotype, our hair is for tropical regions. We have to make this shit understood. We're talking about conception. Does not mean you was the, and I think people understood, but they backed themselves in the corner because they saying that they ain't never been nowhere else. So this is your land of conception, and ain't no way you would, you understand, you would have woolly hair for UV and all of that. I looked the UVs up and high melanin content. We've already went over that science, man. You are fucked up. You done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, don't you? You done fucked up. You done fucked up. Y'all can't get out of this. You're going to have to lie, but you will not be able to bring no concrete evidence to prove this science wrong. It's impossible for you to do it. It's impossible for you to do it. So just you can go and get mad and say, oh, SETI tripping. That means you tapping. Because if you had motherfucking facts, you just bring the facts. But when you say SETI is tripping without bringing facts, that means you tapping. That's what the fuck that means. Okay? So let me come down here again. Let me look out in, I ain't looking in the comments. I just want to teach. Look at the nigga. See, that's tapping. Say white people have this. What they distort? They ain't distort shit. I live in Michigan. It's cold in the motherfucker. You lying, nigga. They ain't distorted shit. Stop that lying, nigga. You lying. They ain't distorted nothing. They ain't distorted this because we don't need the white man to prove this. You got black scientists that didn't prove this. Okay, so we didn't did that. Stop it. That's a tap. That's tapping. What UV levels? Okay, so let's talk about the UV levels. What UV levels match the evolution of tightly curled hair? See, I ain't gonna leave no. I'm gonna get to, so we can see what the UV, and I'm gonna deal with the UV North America doing. Even in the South, we're gonna look at the UV, which is hot, which is lower than what it was, lower than what it was today. Back then was highly, and it's already. We just went over. It's a 4 to 9 today, which is not high enough. It's not high enough for black people to evolve these type of phenotypes. It's just not high enough. You're not going to be able to prove that. That's a lie. That's a lie. Do we actually understand that this fucking weather patterns that we talking about is what most scientists say how motherfuckers mutated into the white man? So what the fuck is you talking about? This is the actual ice age that they say that's what they say, that some nigga went up and they got trapped. But this is the same ice age. So how are you living in this shit? Is making me, I'm laughing at this shit. Like, you niggas is crazy, man. Y'all niggas, and that's just like the white man say he from Africa. But every time he go to Africa, he on fire. They got to run the fire extinguisher and his ass out. And niggas is doing actually the same thing and vice versa. talking about they originated in an Arctic fucking region. That shit is crazy. What UV levels match the evolution of tightly curled hair? Let's listen to this. While UV alone doesn't determine hair texture, the environments where tightly curled hair evolved had very high UV index 10 to 15. 10 to 15. And we're talking about all year around. You see what I'm saying? All fucking year. There's no let up. Africa has no let up. It's 80% of Africa is in the tropical zone. There is no let up. It's like that 12 damn fucking months. Man, come on, man. I'm sick of this shit. Regions where this level includes East Africa, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, West Africa, Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, Central Africa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Cameroon, South Africa, Savannas, Botswana, Nambia, okay? These areas have intense year-round UV radiation, hot temperatures, okay? Region, okay, I did that one. Didn't I do that one? Yep. High humidity and also high open grasslands and savannas. These conditions favored hair that cools the head and protects it from the sun. How is you originating in an area that wouldn't even produce the type of genetics that you possess? That don't make no fucking sense to me, man. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all niggas is living in a fantasy world. Right now, I'm like Thanos on you niggas. It's real what I'm doing right now. It's kind of brutal. You feel what I'm saying? Because the science you understand, it is what it is. Now, if you a bad motherfucker like that and you understand, you can go to this earth, nigga, and to the geology and prove something different, I want to see your black ass do it. I'm rooting for you, my nigga. I'm rooting for you. You understand what I'm saying? Get on out there and get busy, okay? So what hair type evolves in lower UV regions? Okay, low UV regions, Europe, Siberia, North Asia, cold environments need for heat retention, less UV intensity. These conditions favor straight or wavy hair, thicker hair for warmth, less need for sun shielding airflow, period. Wait a minute, let me go down here. Oh, so the simple answer is tight curly hair evolved in regions where very high UV, it put in bold letters, very high UV, UV index 10 to 15, which you not even gonna get. There's only a couple of places today where you can get 10. That's Arizona. And only for a certain amount of the year, not all year round. Okay, that's it. Now lastly, what I'm gonna do. What is this? Oh, I even talked about, because I know up there in where I stay at, you know what I'm saying? You get them what they call them polar vortexes. You got your regular winter fucking weather, but then you get them motherfucking vortexes that blow up out of the motherfucking Canada. And they call them, you call them Arctic blast and other shit like that, but a polar vortex. Okay, now so when you get one of them motherfuckers on top of the winter, man, shit get dangerous. That when they there, you will get a motherfucker almost like a state of emergency. Like, y'all motherfuckers better prepare for this shit. It's almost like a hurricane. You feel what I'm saying? So the southern U.S. Was much colder during the Ice Age. Okay, now okay, well, we went over that. This is the southern U.S., so we already went. Texas, Louisiana. So I know I left out a couple. So just for all you motherfuckers, just to put it, that include the South. When you talk about South, we talking about Louisiana, Mexico. I say Mexico, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, New Mexico, Arizona. All of them was damn near up to 40 degrees colder. So let's talk about this surge, what they call the vortex. They call them either Arctic blast, a polar vortex, Canadian Arctic front. Was strong. These motherfucking winds blowing up was stronger, larger, and more frequent during the ice. So I just gave you averages, but some days you had shit like where you get them goddamn polar vortexes that come down that could freeze the whole fucking country. You will see, they'll say freeze. And I done seen it. I got the maps and I show motherfuckers know what it means. It freeze damn near all across the fucking United States. Freeze. You would just look and it'll just have a cold spell even to this day. So this is not far-fetched information. This is not far-fetched. You busted. You're lying. You've been busted lying. There's no way you're going to continue to lie. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way you're going to lie out of this motherfucker today. You just not. And I believe, right, this is a serious dagger in you. You understand? From a scientific, not emotional, science. You understand what I'm saying? Fact. Prove it wrong. Prove it wrong. I don't want to hear shit else. Prove it wrong. Why the southern U.S. was cold, strong Arctic air surges. Okay, so it says, why massive ice sheets in Canada and North United States cooled the air dramatically. Cold air slid south with almost no resistance. Jet stream was pushed far south. You see? So how far did freezing air reach? So when that motherfucker, it reached southern Texas, northern and central Florida, southern Arizona, went all the way to the Gulf Coast. So that include all that shit down there. The only part that they say it might not have, it says even Miami and I was about to say something, and then they went in there and adjusted me. Even Miami and South Florida were cooler than today, but not ice covered. Okay? Now, I need, lastly, before I'm going to get off of this. I had it in here. I want to know what the UV, I'm going to put this in here. What was the UV I'm going to go to the South. And I'm going to end on that. What was the UV index in southern United States during the Ice Age? Because we just seen what evolved dark melanin and woolly hair. Y'all niggas hurt. This dagger material. This is motherfucker flea and nigga. I seen all the motherfuckers that doing that. Yeah, we from here and man, everybody lie. I say, you know when motherfuckers is in damage control, everybody lie. Man, this nigga fucking, you understand, talking about what's dead. Oh, okay. We gonna see about this shit. Man, come on, man. Stop this bullshit, man. I'm a devious nigga when it comes to research, man. I'm a devious nigga. Ain't y'all to see me in action, nigga? I'm not, this ain't my first rodeo, nigga. Okay, what was the UV index in the southern United States during the Ice Age? Oh, man, I love this shit. I love it. Let me put it. I'm gonna even put the motherfucking question mark at the end of it, so we can get, we ain't leaving nothing out. Let me get that motherfucker in. Okay, it's about to drop. It's about to drop, y'all. Where we at? Yeah, we in the house. Let it pop up. It'll pop up in a minute. Here we go. Listen to this. Ooh, look at this shit, man. Whoa, look at this shit. The UV index in the southern United States during the Ice Age, winter was 1 to 3, 1 to 3, spring and fall, 3 to 6, summer, 5 to 8, occasionally a 9. Okay, and that would have been in the most southern region, probably Florida, southern Florida. During the Ice Age, the South got plenty of sunlight, but was less than today because the overall climate was cooler and cloudier in some regions. Okay. Let me see if it get, okay, here it goes. Here it go. So this is how I compare. So it's just dealing with the South. I didn't put the North in there because the North had tools and shit. You see what I'm saying? So Florida, today you could get a 10 to 12. In the Ice Age, it was 6 to 8. Okay, Texas in today you could get a 9 to 11. Texas back in the Ice Age, yeah. This is the summer, but these is the summer. I should have put the winter in there. You see, but this is winter, so 6 to 8. But you only get 5. You might get maybe 5 months of summer. So you got Florida 6 to 8, Texas 5 to 7, Georgia 4 to 6, and the Gulf Coast was 5 to 7. And we just sat up here and said that you need extreme fucking UV. You need a 10 to 15 all year round. All year round, not just for no one day and then it's back cold. And you understand what I'm saying? So that right there, matter of fact, let me go back because I should have said for the winter. Now those are summer numbers. I want to see what it was like in the winter. Stay with me now. Stay with me. This hurt. What was the UV in Southern United in wintertime? During the Ice Age. Let's look this shit up. Let's look this shit up. Because I didn't prove the point. So motherfucker, don't even flee to the South. Don't even flee to the South. It was winter. Okay, here we go. Okay. UV, winter UV index, Southern US during the Ice Age, 1 to 3. Breakdown. Florida. Listen, see how this shit get crazy? This is in Florida during the winter in the Ice Age. 2 to 3. UV, 2 to 3. The warmest part of the southern United States. Still have winter sunshine, but cooler air reduces UV. Cooler air reduces UV. Cooler air reduces UV. Florida, 2 to 3. You need a 10 to 15, fool. You need a 10 to 15, fool. Okay, you got to have the shit all year round. Okay, Texas, Central, and North, UV 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Coast, Gulf Coast, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, 2. It was a 2. This is in the winter, and you talking about 7 months out the fucking year. You're talking about 7-month winter. Georgia, 1 to 2. Why was winter UV so low? Sun angle in winter is always low at US latitudes. That's just real. That's dealing with latitude. It ain't got nothing to do with your personal feeling, nigga. This is the Earth. Ice Age atmosphere was colder, reducing UV penetration, more reflective surfaces, snow, ice, increased light scattering, stronger ice air masses push farther south, no ozone depletion, meaning UVB was naturally limited. Even Florida's UV was lower than today's UV 4 to 5 winter reading. So it's a 4 to 5 in Florida during the winter today. Man, I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done talking with you niggas. You see, I'm done talking with you. Now, Anybody out there got a problem with that, then you take that shit to wherever you need to fucking take it. You see what I'm saying? That's heavy, heavy mental. You see, there's no way, you know what I'm saying? No way. It's no other way. We're talking about from conception. See, you're going to have to say where you came from, because you didn't come from here. Because even if you went into South America, you understand, you got to get somewhere where it's hot all fucking year round. And even South America is not as hot as it is in Africa. Yeah. 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 Real talk. Yeah. 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 You remember the movie 2012 when the motherfucking North froze and they ass had to come down. They had to go to Africa. Remember the movie 2012? They had to go to Africa. Man, they keep talking that crazy shit. How the fuck, man? That's a bunch of bullshit. Motherfuckers keep talking all that crazy shit. Nigga, take your motherfucking ass there and feel that motherfucking heat. Niggas be talking crazy. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, family, that's it. I'm not going to, yeah. Yeah. People saying it drifted and that, okay. Here we go. That's tap. That's tap. That's a tap. That's a tap, family. That's a tap. They didn't already gave you the science. Do y'all know how they drifted? I didn't did. Matter of fact, I did it when I'm actually talking about the drifting, nigga. That took place damn near. They say damn near 3.5 million years ago. Stop it. Don't do that. The ice ages that they talking about from 2.5 million. The continents had already reached the point where they at. Okay, so stop it. They had already reached. I did that too. So wherever you run, I run after your ass. That's how I am. You see what I'm saying? When you run, I run right up on your ass. I ain't gonna let you get out. So I already did that. They say the goddamn continents, yeah, it ain't drifting like that. You understand? Come on, man. Do your damn science, Wes Craven. Do you know how much motherfucking granite and shit is up under this motherfucker? This motherfucker ain't floating like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of goddamn granite and rock and shit up under this earth. It ain't just floating like that, nigga. This ain't no sponge in no little rubber ducky in the bathtub, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't in the bathtub. So you understand what I'm saying? Stop that. It's goddamn levels of hard rock and shit. When you drill in the motherfucking earth, nigga, you got to have diamond grade fucking drills, nigga, to cut through the fucking earth. What the hell is you talking about? What the hell is you talking about, man? Nigga, you cut through and look and see what's up on it. Ain't nothing. It ain't just floating away. And that shit is all the way down to the fucking ocean floor. Man, you talk about at the time when it was volcanic and shit, and it was a lot of, shit was still soft and shit. You see what I'm saying? But when that shit got where it was, and that shit got solid, that's a wrap. That's a motherfucking wrap. Yeah, you see how land, it just fall in. You see over there where Africa is breaking up right now, and the shit is fall. That's how it happened. It ain't just scoot. The shit, it's cracked. And the crack is widening up and the water gonna rush up in there. It ain't like the motherfucker land just fall in. God damn it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, but anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. It was a beautiful lesson. I'm coming right back. Don't you go nowhere. This is General SARA, SETI. Hey, get over to Patreon, support the General. It's like, did Greg. Oh my God. My bag. I don't give a goddamn. You understand? Y'all know I'm, big SETI. You know what I'm saying? I do it. You understand what I'm saying? I did it for another motherfucker. You just threw me an alley-oop. It wasn't for you, nephew. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, get over there to he said, we'll do that another time. We'll deal with the slave trade another time. You see what I'm saying? We just proved our goddamn point on this, though. All right, family. Arm yourself. Get over to Patreon, SETI.com. We got some links in the chat. Support the general. I be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black power.